Good morning, folks. This is Michael on the graveyard shift in the wee hours of the night with your daily trivia question. Once again, awaiting the arrival of snowpocalypse and the ice and the sleet and the rain, and hopefully we won't get anything and it won't be that bad. But there's so many forecasts and models out there right now saying so many different things that we just don't know. So get to the grocery store today for sure and get everything that you need. That's what I would do. That's what I'm going to do as soon as I get off of this job. Anyhow, the answer to the previous trivia question was travel by airplane. And that was, of course, referencing President Franklin Roosevelt in 1943 when he flew to the so-called Casablanca Conference to meet with Winston Churchill. He flew across the Atlantic in a Boeing 314 flying boat. It was called the Dixie Clipper. This thing was like a bucket of bolts, too. It was like a jalopy old clunker is what it was. But it was the first time a sitting U.S. president had flown on an airplane in official business. This was a 15,000-mile round trip, folks, and it was planned in secrecy. There's no way they'd be able to pull anything like this off in today's day and age. Roosevelt and his entourage showed up at the Pan American Airways base in Miami on the morning of January 11th to board the Dixie Clipper, and it was only then that the crew was, quote, very much surprised to learn the identity of our guest. Now, it goes back a little further than this. They left the White House and went to Union Station. I think they, chauffeured him over there. And then they took a train to Miami. Just, you'd never be able to get away with anything like that. And then got on the plane for a 15,000-mile round trip. Now, Roosevelt, his advisors, and several military leaders flew on one of the Clippers while another flying boat carried the entire presidential staff. It was a very long trip. The Dixie Clipper made pit stops in Trinidad, Belém, Brazil, Bathurst, Gambia. Just stopped multiple locations along the way with a flight time of over 50 hours to get to the destination. That's a long plane ride, folks. Now, somewhere in the sky over the Caribbean on his way back, President Roosevelt and his staff also celebrated his 61st birthday with cake. There's a picture of it there on the lower right insert. I'm assuming that was the first time in history that that's been done as well. But that was a cool little neat factoid, rather. Yes, I've had entirely too much coffee at this point in time. But anyways, I digress. Nowadays, of course, as we all know, the president has his own plane called Air Force One. And even though it's called Air Force One, there are actually two Air Force One jets. And one of them is always at the ready, 24 hours, 7 days a week, to fly anywhere in the world. All right, folks, let's get this weekend started right now with today's trivia question for January 15th, set in an anonymous northern city, and beginning, as every episode did, with the 7 a.m. roll call by the character named Sergeant Esterhaus. On this day in 1981, this landmark cops and robbers drama makes its debut on television. Let's be careful out there. You guys be safe with all this snow and inclement weather coming. See you guys later. Have a good day.